loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Duchess. So you know those type of people who are hot and cold, who say one thing but do another thing? Like they literally leave you confused and drained, and like you know you're doing all of the emotional heavy lifting. If you've ever asked yourself, why do I always end up in situations like this? Don't worry, you're not alone. And by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the patterns, but you'll have tools to start shifting them so you can finally attract healthy, stable, and reciprocal love. 1. You're used to confusing love. Sometimes we attract emotionally unavailable people because deep down, we've normalized confusion as love. Maybe you grew up seeing relationships where affection wasn't consistent, where one parent was distant, or you had to earn love. So now, when someone gives you mixed signals, it feels familiar. Even though it's not actually good for you, your subconscious or your inner voice says, this feels like home. But real love isn't confusing. Real love is consistent, safe, and reciprocal. If confusion feels like chemistry, then that's your sign that you need to rewrite your definition of love. 2, you overgive and you overinvest. Let's be real. Sometimes we pour and pour and pour into people who aren't even meeting us halfway. Why? Because it makes us feel valuable. Like if we give enough, then maybe they'll finally choose us. But here's the truth that I feel like no one ever told me, and it blew my mind when I found out. People who are emotionally unavailable usually seek out people who are givers. Why? Because they know that they don't have the capacity to give back. So they gravitate to people who will do the emotional labor for them. This is how you're gonna fix that. Pause, ask yourself, am I being chosen here, or am I trying to prove my worth? Because when you stop giving, emotionally unavailable people tend to lose interest, and that's a good thing. 3, you ignore all red flags. When we talk about red flags, we're talking about someone telling you they're not looking for anything serious. Someone who disappears for days and then comes back like nothing happened. Someone who struggles to talk about feelings, or they even avoid commitment or appearing committed altogether. If you're ignoring these signs, it's because part of you hopes that you will be the exception, that you will somehow be the person that changes them. But listen, believe people the first time they show you who they are. Ignoring red flags only guarantee heartbreak later. 4, you're afraid of vulnerability. A weird twist. Sometimes we attract emotionally unavailable people because we're emotionally unavailable too, but more in a different way. Think about it. If you're scared of true intimacy, scared of fully being seen, then choosing someone who is unable to do that for you will make you feel safe. Because as long as they're distant, then you don't actually have to open up to them either. The healing portion of this journey comes when you start asking yourself, am I actually ready for real intimacy? Or am I hiding behind the safety of unavailable partners? That's where true self-awareness starts. 5, you haven't set standards or boundaries. When you don't clarify what you want versus what you don't want, or what you won't tolerate, you leave the door wide open, and anyone who's anyone can just walk in. Emotionally unavailable people thrive in spaces where there are no boundaries. They will gladly take your time, take your energy, take your love. but will never commit fully. Do this. Start by writing down your non-negotiables. For example, I will not chase someone who is inconsistent. I will not explain my worth. I will not stay where I feel confused. Boundaries are like a filter. They keep the wrong people out and make space for the right people in your life. 6, you haven't healed old wounds. At the root of all of this is usually unhealed trauma, whether it's abandonment, rejection, or low self-worth. Until you face those wounds, you'll keep attracting people who mirror them right back to you. It's like God is saying, here's another chance to heal. Here's another chance to heal. Oh, messed up. Here's another chance to heal. But instead of repeating the same cycle, you just choose differently. Therapy, journaling, inner child work, affirmations. All of these are tools that will help you finally break the pattern and start attracting emotionally available love. So if you've been wondering why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people, here's simply the bottom line. It's not because you're unworthy of love. It's because you're stuck in a pattern. But the thing about patterns is that they can be broken. The moment you raise your standards, set your boundaries, and do the healing, those emotionally unavailable people start looking way less attractive to you. Instead, you'll start recognizing them as the red flags that they really are. If this video helped you, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs this message, and don't forget to subscribe for more conversations about self-growth, confidence, and stepping into your best self. Remember, you deserve a love that feels safe, consistent, and fulfilling. Stop pouring into empty cups and stop pouring from an empty cup. I love you. Bye.